Hello everybody, my name is David and this is part 2 of my question and answer video that I do every single Monday. I'm answering people's questions from last Monday, the last Q&A Monday, and any questions you have today, go down below into the comment section. Please ask me anything you want. I'll answer them in the next Q&A video next Monday. I got caught off on part 1. I'm sorry about that, and I was answering Julia's questions. I think I answered them. I want to read just this last part. You say, if she wasn't in a relationship with him, was I his first target? Then if I can't establish a pattern with his relationships, if I'm the first one he's used, is he really a narcissist? He did love bomb me, devalue me, and discard me. I'm lost, David. Please help me. So, first of all, titles don't matter. Abuse matters. Okay? It doesn't matter if he's, he's a human being who's abusing you. Is that okay? No. The reason we want to know if he's a narcissist is because we all want to know if they're going to change or not. Right? Is it definitive? Nothing is. Nothing. Even a doctor's diagnosis isn't. So, I can't answer this stuff, Julia, but what I can tell you is it sounds like he's abusing you. Right? So there's nothing else to know from him. It's over. Nothing. You are getting abused more and more and more. Make it stop, Julia. And if you don't know how, get help. Get professional help. You said you're lost. Okay. What have you been doing lately for the past few months, years with this person? Right? You've been talking to him and getting abused by him, and this is where you are. It feels bad. Stop doing it. Period. Stop doing it. If you can't control that, get somebody to help you do that. Period. Okay? Please. These titles, guys, I'm telling you. What if someone's cheating on you for 10 years? Would it matter if they're a narcissist or not? It shouldn't. It shouldn't matter. I understand we want to know. It could be interesting. We got to kill this hope. We have. Okay. Debbie from Yorkshire in the United Kingdom again. Hello, Debbie. Thank you for your answer. You are welcome. I'm on 100 milligrams of sertraline, which is what Zoloft is called in the United Kingdom, which I'm taking for PTSD due to my traumas. Like the doctors say, I'm having a normal reaction to an abnormal situation. And they see a girl that left a monster in 2017 and is always smiling and joking and appears happy, who threw myself into groups and clubs in 2018, so they always say I'm doing well. I tell them about my symptoms and my experiences, what I'm thinking and feeling, and they just say it's a normal response and I'm doing well. They're proud of me. But they don't see the fight and the walls I have to knock down just to do these things. The problem is I'm getting sort of really tired and I've lost all hope that my life will ever be better or the way I feel will ever be better. I don't even feel like I have enough strength to help myself. I know we have to make physical and mental effort to try and fix ourselves, but what if you feel so broken and alone you struggle to find the strength you need to fix yourself? So I'm going to go back. So you're taking a drug for your PTSD. It might be CPTSD. Are you in therapy? That's what I was looking for. You have doctors who give you drugs, but are you talking? Are you feeling better about your past? Are you resolving this and feeling better and understanding it and learning? And because if you're not feeling better, that's not what's happening. I can tell. If something's wrong, you're not feeling any better, you're not getting better, so you're not doing the right things. My guess, which is most important, talk therapy. Talk therapy, I'm telling you, that's what you need. That's what we need. It's vital. Must. Anything else is supplemental. We need to talk. We need to talk to people. You need to be understood. You need validation. You need someone to tell you what to do. Drugs are temporary. I mean, unless you need them for the rest of your life, okay, but drugs are temporary. I feel really bad. I take a drug to make me feel better. Okay? How long you been taking it? You're not feeling better? We got to find the reason why we feel bad and fix that. You feel bad because you've been abused? Fix it. How do you fix it? Talk. Learn. Okay? Learn why this person did this to you, and learn why you were in a relationship with this person who's doing this to you. I'm sorry for your struggle. Don't give up. Start trying different things. Totally different things. Zoloft isn't something that's gonna it's gonna get you through something. It's gonna get you past something. It's gonna, help a little, but that's not the key. That's not the answer. And doctors are great as long as they're doing something for you that's benefiting you, but it doesn't sound like they are. Okay? More. Something else or something more. Try talk therapy. Okay? Good luck. Dominique from Chicago. Hello, Dominique. I discarded and exposed the narc in May, but I was discarded back in December. I don't understand that. You discarded the narc in May, but you were discarded in December. And he has hoovered a few times. He hoovered because he told me congrats on a new business venture I have in May. Then he shouldn't even know about the new business ventures you're having in May. And he shouldn't even have your number. And you shouldn't answer. And you shouldn't talk to him and say thank you. Then we have some unfinished business to take care of regarding an apartment. But he gives me the silent treatment. Last week I found out this man got a new job at the same place I work at. Different departments, and he knows I work at this place. He also knows I go to the same building for breakfast and sometimes lunch. But I stopped going that way for lunch and may have to do the same for breakfast. What is your opinion on this? Most people think I should be worried. Why should you be worried? I mean, for what? Like your physical safety or something? Or like he's stalking you? Disordered people, they say they lack boundaries and all that stuff. Yeah, he doesn't. He's trying to process what happened. Okay, if he went and got a job where you work on purpose, that's his way of trying to get through this pain that he has from this relationship. Okay, and it may not be the same pain you have exactly, where you miss him so much, and he may miss you. I don't know, but he's got a lot of internal things he's battling with right now, and they don't get help from anybody at all. So they do weird things about it for it. I don't think you need to worry. I think you need to stop communicating with him for any purpose or reason. You have some unfinished business about an apartment. I don't know what that could be, but if he's giving you the silent treatment, then he's not cooperating, so that's it. It's the end of it. We don't keep trying. He's not going to cooperate. Now what are you going to do? Period. We don't wait. We don't try harder. That's it. Accept it. Find another solution. So he's at your work. It's making you feel anxious, I'm sure. I'm sorry. You're doing the right thing by avoiding him, by avoiding lunch. It doesn't make you stronger to go to breakfast anyways and keep doing this because you don't want him to think that you're this. No. We don't care what he thinks. We don't care what he feels. It's about you. It doesn't feel good to go to lunch, so we don't do it. You're not accomplishing anything by being around your abuser and thinking, oh, I can do this. You're actually doing things for him. Start doing things for yourself. Well, you are. Good. I'll leave it at that. Good. You may have to stop for lunch, or You may have to do the same for breakfast. I'm sorry, you stop going to lunch, you may have to stop going to breakfast. You may have to. That depends on you and how you feel. I can't answer that, and so it's up to you. That's emotional responsibility. This isn't good for me, stop doing it. Period. Okay? Good. You're doing good. You're doing good. It'll get better, it'll get easier, I promise. And the other good thing about narcissists is a lot of them, most of them, have a hard time keeping a job, so tough it out. He'll probably won't work there for very long. Especially if he went to go get a job just to be closer to you. He won't be there long. Trust me. Hi. Oh, Andrea from California. Hello. I found you about 1.5 years ago and actually met for a session in Vegas. You have helped me in my recovery so much. As I continue to learn and grow, I go back to your videos and learn something new from them. Your videos have also gotten meatier and more confident. You are doing great work for us. Thank you very much. Thank you. Good to see you again. Was wondering, when dealing with cluster B disorders, what attachment style do they usually fall under? Dismissive, fear, avoidant, or anxious? Tons of fear. It's so fearful. That's what shame is. That's the I cannot be vulnerable. And that's really what it is. A relationship will never go anywhere if someone doesn't take a chance. If someone can't be vulnerable, it'll never go anywhere. No, I promise, never. Period. You can't have an emotional connection if I'm not going to be vulnerable. If I'm not going to be vulnerable, I'm not going to be honest. I can't. Being honest is being vulnerable. I can't apologize. That's being vulnerable. I can't ask for what I want. That's being vulnerable. You can hurt me. I'm scared. I'm afraid. That's a root core of all this stuff. Their attachment styles, I would say, so many narcissists are avoidant. Aren't they? Right? I idealize, I want to be with you, and then when I begin attaching, I start criticizing you, push you away. Fear of intimacy, too, you know? Fear of intimacy, fear of rejection, fear of abandonment. Hope that helps. Thanks, Andrea. Good questions. I love talking about attachment styles. Millie from Memphis, Tennessee. Why does my narc ghost and leave all his personal belongings? I made a video titled Narcissists and Belongings. I recommend watching that. So, narcissists they don't have a good solid sense of self, and they're emotionally unstable, makes them impulsive, so they make quick choices, quick decisions impulsively. So they'll flee and run and leave their stuff behind. That's somebody that fears abandonment. Okay, there's also another reason that they might do this is, well, first, I mean, ghosting is, I'm not going to talk about our relationship. I can't do that. I'm not emotionally responsible, right? I don't want to face my emotions. It doesn't feel good. I'm not going to do it. So they run. Someone that fears abandonment abandons. But another reason they'll do this is literally, I mean, they'll leave you broken down so they can go venture off and go play and have fun and start another relationship. In case that one doesn't work out, I've got this one to go back to, right? And I want you crippled so you don't date anybody else. And I leave my stuff there as kind of like my foot in the door. It's never really shut. I can come back whenever I want. Hey, I want to get my stuff. Hey, my stuff's still there. I've seen this a million times. They'll leave something they don't even care about at your house. And every time they want to come back, booty call, money, attention, right? Hey, I want that stuff. They come over, never even take the stuff. They don't care. They don't care. But I truly think most of it is just impulsivity. Not being responsible, can't talk about a relationship, can't talk about how I feel, what I did wrong. You know all they're going to do is just blame you anyway. So. Thank you. Maybe you, or Jimmy, sorry, living in Auckland. Maybe you've covered this already, but I'd really like some insight into procrastination as a consequence of narcissistic abuse. So I think what you're asking is victims of narcissistic abuse and why they procrastinate afterwards. I think that's what you're asking. If not, ask me again. So, real simple, procrastination, right, is I don't want to do things I don't like, that don't feel good, right? That cause me anxiety, things I'm afraid of, right? Things I don't like to do, things that make me uncomfortable. So, victims of narcissistic abuse don't process emotions very well, okay? They can't. You can't. You can't sit and take abuse and be like, oh, feel all that. That feels horrible. Oh, God, just keep feeling it. No, we try to not feel it. We try to not feel bad feelings. That's not processing emotion, okay? We try to ignore it, suppress it, numb it, hide it, work all the time, overeat, drink alcohol, take drugs, have sex. We don't know or don't want to face things that feel bad. We also don't want to do things that feel bad, right? Once emotions, daily things that make us feel so bad all the time, once we're more regulated, once we meet our emotional needs, so we're emotionally happy and satisfied, right? Then things don't have to be so bad. And we don't need crutches and addictions and hide from our emotions. And we don't need to procrastinate so much. Things don't have to be so scary or feel so bad the things that we need to do. The more we don't do things in our life that we need to do, the more we won't, right? The more we take care of the stuff we need to take care of, the more we will. But we need to always feel good about it. Procrastination is something I think all of us do at some time. So, it's a human condition, I think. A common human condition. But I think that's the gist of it. We don't want to do things that feel bad. Just as we don't, just like we try to ignore, suppress, and numb bad feelings. So we don't want to go do things that make us feel bad. We can't process that stuff. We don't, Where somebody that can, somebody that doesn't have all these bad things in their life that still feel bad, and they give themselves what they need, and when something feels bad, they process it and it's over. They don't need to be so scared of doing things they need to do. Things aren't as scary. Things don't feel as bad. I hope that makes sense. If not, just ask me again. Thanks. Sun Girl from Houston, Texas. Sorry, have another question. You don't have to tell me sorry. And if you're sorry, don't do it. I want you guys to ask me questions. I've seen that a lot. People feeling bad that they have another question. That's what I'm doing. I'm answering questions. I want questions. I want to keep these videos going. I know they help people, okay? On the subject of a narc boss, what advice can you give everyone? Because I have had 2 narc bosses, and on each job I quit because it was unbearable. I did communicate with them and didn't work. What behavior can we do to avoid being abused at work in front of everyone? Oh, what a loaded question. I made a video titled The Narcissistic Boss. You might want to watch that. You said you did communicate. So all of this is communication. And it's hard to say or tell you that we need better communication skills if that's what you're desiring, to stay at work with a narcissistic boss and just make it work. But, well, then better communication. Better communication. We're going to deal with narcissists for the rest of our lives, eventually, sometimes, especially at the workplace, really. And that's not something that, oh, my coworker's a narcissist, I'm quitting. My boss is a narcissist, I'm quitting. No, we need to learn how to deal with them. You're right. But bottom line is we can't be abused. We can't be abused. And if that's the best way we know how to stop it, to leave, then that's what we got to do. But we can improve our communication skills so that we don't always have to resort to running away or leaving or quitting because someone's toxic. I hope that makes sense. We don't need to keep dating toxic people. We don't need to, have toxic family in our daily lives. We don't need to have toxic friends. But sometimes, we need money. We need to work. And sometimes we're going to need a narcissistic boss for a little while. So we're going to have to learn how to deal with them. It's just communication. This gets better and better as you heal from your pain and your suffering and stuff like this. And you will learn to start giving yourself what you need. And that's emotionally, and much of it is by talking and communicating with people, learning how to ask for what you want. You probably didn't ask for what you want most of the time, right? From your narcissist that you dated, I'm sure. Or if you did, they said you're being paranoid, you're being needy, or leave me alone. And you didn't receive what you wanted. And then maybe it just kept going. You stopped asking, and see, so it's lack of communication, right? I'm not saying better communication, it'll work as a relationship with a narcissist. I don't think so. But we got to do something. We can't quit every job that has a narcissistic boss. That would suck. That's all I can tell you. Better communication skills to give yourself what you need. We need confidence, so we need better experiences. If you've had lots of bad experiences, you're going to expect it to always be bad. And it's going to be harder to have confidence to ask for what you need, to speak up and say no. Right? So we need to build our confidence. We need to learn what emotional needs are and give ourselves these needs. We need to learn correct ways to communicate this stuff, guys. Just like, what did I say in the first video? I forgot now. I said, like you make me feel this way. That's not the right way to communicate that. I know what you're trying to say. I feel this way when you do that. Right? It's learning how to communicate. Man, I'm telling you, if we were neglected, which almost all of us had to have been emotionally neglected in our childhood, we didn't get all the socialness and the social skills that somebody who was not neglected at all got. Literally. Just even talking to our parents and figuring out how to ask for things and stuff. Okay? Might sound simple, but that's the problem. Thanks. George in Colorado. What do you think of the MiGtao, men going their own way movement? Do you feel it is a logical reaction to men's experience with abusive women? No, I think it's an emotional one. And the experience of going through a divorce? Or do you feel the movement in itself is a product of men who are narcissists? Not necessarily, no. I didn't think about that, though. Maybe. I think what I was just saying. I think that MiGtao are a group of men who don't know how to communicate well enough what they want and need. Because listen, if they didn't want or need anything from women, then they wouldn't need to form a group against them, right? They wouldn't care. I don't have women in my lives, and that's fine. No, they're committing to it, right? They're committing to it by telling the world, and they're identifying with it. I'm a member of MiGtao, right? So it's really making a statement. My guess is they've been hurt. They haven't healed from it. They don't understand it. But giving up on half a society isn't very social, is it? Do you see that? I would say brushing up your social skills, and maybe things will work out better for you. Really, I'm not trying to be facetious or sarcastic. Really. Socialize. You know, instead they're going to go surround themselves with likewise like-minded people who may be angry, bitter, not healed. So you have this confirmation biasm all day, right? And I, you know, whatever they say, I haven't really looked into them much. I think I understand it. And they're not all the same, right? They all have different reasons, or there just are some different reasons they'll give you. But I don't understand the point. I don't understand that kind of reaction at all. I mean, damn, women, really? It's kind of what the feminism movement is, right? Kind of anti-men. I don't think that's, I don't know how it serves them. I think they believe that it's protecting them. And I don't know. I'm going to stop there. I couldn't support it. Why would I support it? I don't understand what there is to support. Except I think men should go their own way. No, I don't. No. We're social animals. We need society, period. And you can't just surround yourself totally with people just like yourself. You know, it's like raising a child in a padded room and not letting anyone see them. And, you know, let's have a controlled environment. Let's keep our child as safe as we can. That's fine. But what about experiences? MiGtao are limiting their experiences, aren't they? They're just limiting their experiences so they stay safe. I think. Could be wrong. Just my opinion. Okay? If you have more questions, let me know. If you want to give me your opinion, please do. Thanks. Or anybody else want to give an opinion about MiGtao. And I'm definitely not hating on them or anything. I think it's kind of sad, really. Emma from Sweden. Hello, Emma. Thank you for your advice from last week. You are very welcome. Thank you. What do you think about all the groups on Facebook where people talk about all the things they've been through? In the beginning, I really loved it. I wasn't alone. But is it really good for all this people to be in one place? As we know, we are not the right one to give advice to others when we still need help ourselves. Thank you again, David. I learned so much about myself from your videos. It feels so good, even if it's hard to. Please do more videos about co-parenting with a narc antisocial. I know I need to do more videos about co-parenting, and I will. And thank you, Emma. So is it good? So you've got on Facebook groups, right? You've got support groups. You've got all filled with victims, typically freshly victimized, right? And they're unloading, right? My narc did this to me. My narc did that to me. My narc did to me. It can be very beneficial. I think it can be great. It can be damaging too, can't it? I think what's common is, and I say this all the time, recovery from emotional abuse isn't just about feeling better. So that's what they're doing, right? They're trying to feel better. And once they do, typically, I'm just saying typically, they vent, they feel a little better, and that's all they do. They didn't really learn, and they might do it again. What you also find is the negativity and pessimism. That's not good. That's not good. You have a lot of anger and vengeance and misunderstanding. So we don't need to take so much advice as validate what's happened to you. Read some other people's. I say this all the time to people who just found this stuff out and know nothing about it. It's really good, I think, to hear and read other people's experiences, what they've been through, how horrific it was for them too. But too much of anything, yes, can be negative, pessimistic, right? A big problem I see too much in this whole community is just so much hate and anger and pointing and they're so bad and they're monsters and aliens and Jezebel's spirit and all these, misunderstanding, and that's what your pain is. It's not understanding. Hope that makes sense. Hope I answered your question. Thanks, Emma. Please ask me again if I did not. A lot of questions today. I think I have to make 3 videos. Yeah. I've got 4 more videos and it's going to cut me off if I keep going. So I'm going to say, not 4 more videos, 4 more questions. I'm going to answer the next 4 questions, last 4 questions in part 3. Thank you guys. If you can, vote, support this video, comment, ask me questions, share it. Okay? Thanks guys. I'll see you in part 3. Bye.